Hi, Ryan.
Hey Dylan, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. How's your morning been?
It's so good. I think I was telling you earlier, and for everyone on this call, some of you know this about me, but I do love a large McDonald's Diet Coke every now and then. If any of you are on that train, you know what I'm talking about. Can't
Yes.
beat the carbonation. It really slaps, you guys. But it also makes me a little busy, like ah. And so the other day, Dylan sent us a photo in our team meeting, you guys, and she had like 3 Diet Cokes going on at once. And I was like, this morning I'm going to get a large DC, like it's happening. So
Yeah,
definitely energized me for this halfway point throughout the week.
there we go. Ice or no ice?
Oh, total ice, but not too much.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Good choice. Yeah. This morning I got pulled over by the police. My kids thought that was so cool. A motorcycle was behind me and I thought, oh no, like they're trying to get through. So I pulled over and they stopped behind me and like, what? I don't have my license. Um, we're live on YouTube though, so we'll stop the story there. So anyways, we are here for Q&A. So please leave your Etsy questions in the chat. If you guys don't know Ryan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. So if you don't know me, I am the Director of Customer Success here at the company. Coming up on almost a year, you guys, which is crazy. So I oversee a lot regarding our customer journey, onboarding calls, accountability calls, oversee our coaching team that's worldwide. Also many other things alongside Dylan and our COO, David. So I kind of help round out the leadership team here. Obviously, go live with Dylan frequently. You guys have seen me on other meetings. We both come from a robust e-commerce background, so we love to share those principles when we are on these calls with you guys.
Yes, yes. And a couple exciting announcements coming up. Please put your questions for your shop in the chat. We will take a look and pull your shops up. So drop them in the chat wherever you are watching. And we can go through your shops, do audits, help you with your product mix with Q4 strategy. But we do have a couple of cool announcements. I don't know if a couple of weeks ago you guys saw the video we posted about our event in Las Vegas. We are doing another one. Yes, and details will be coming out, but it will be open to students and people who are not in our program.
Yes. Should we give them a little teaser and tell them where it's going to be located? Are we ready to share that yet?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right, guys. So it's going to be in Orlando, Florida. So
Woohoo.
if you guys have fall breaks or anything lined up in October and you already want to go to those parks, why not just combine it with the Ultimate Etsy Summit and kill two birds with one stone? So we're hoping it'll be on a Thursday, Friday. So if you wanted to stay after and check out Disney or Universal or something like that. So more details to come. This one's going to be a lot more structured. We're going to have speakers, all the things. So just be on the lookout for more details.
Yes, it'll be a really great opportunity to meet us, to meet in person, to meet our coaches, and to meet each other. We're going to have some really high volume sellers there that you can learn from as well. Okay. Another exciting update. Oh, should we answer the question that came through here?
Yeah, let's do that. Then we can jump back to another fun thing we want to talk about today, guys. Today's going to be a little bit more rapid fire, so definitely get those questions in so we can help you out. So Emily wants to know, she said pictures are her biggest struggle. Any advice there generally? She did give us her shop name, so we can look at that if we want.
Cool. Let's take a look at what's happening in your shop there. M Prince PA.
I'm assuming that means you're in Pennsylvania, Emily.
Let's take a look. Okay, yes, I see what's happening here. So definitely, I would say lighting is way off with a lot of this. I see what's happening with indoor lighting. I'm wondering what your setup is, and the backgrounds and things. Something is just off there. So I would say a lot of the problem stems from lighting. And I actually think I did an interview with someone. When was it? It was 2 weeks ago. Monica Little, she's another Etsy coach, and we talked about selling premium products on Etsy and what it takes to be successful. And professional photography is one thing we talked about, and it's really, really worth the investment. So how you do this, if you haven't done this before, is you let's see, there's a little bit of an echo. Okay, sound is good. You find someone, a good photographer, a local photographer, and you bring all your products, maybe on a big shipping day or where you're doing a big shipment of orders the next day. You bring all those products to a location, a studio. They could even come to your house, but sometimes it's best to get them in a different environment. And they just shoot everything. Okay, lifestyle, on model, off model, that would be such a benefit to you. And that's going to give you ideas of how to do it yourself next time. So you can learn from a photographer, just kind of shadowing them.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. This is more of a statement, but could be helpful for others. So Amy said pricing is her biggest struggle. She started an Etsy shop in 2011, shut it down a few months because we moved to Japan. Exciting. I'm a teacher and decided I'd get back in and opened a POD shop last month. Nice.
Cool.
Always good to jump back in.
Yeah. And if you ever need help staying consistent, Ryan leads accountability calls that are really meant to keep you on track for your, financial goals.
Yes, we had about 10 people on earlier, and a lot of people were going through some of the same parts of the program and had a lot of the same takeaways and struggles. And so we were able to talk about different ideas and things that they can do. So every single call is different, you guys. They're very organic based on the people that are attending on that call. So just another resource that you have within the program.
Cool. Someone sent over this shop from Instagram. See if there's any question associated with it. Otherwise, can point some things out. Looks like we're focusing a lot on t-shirts and then some survival kits. Let's see. Well, one thing, we really don't want to picture these kits in this way. It looks, pretty, I would say, artificial, and so much focus is on the outside here, like what's happening with that background and the
Yeah.
wording, so much text. Also not really clear on who you're targeting here. We have, kind of a vintage inspired blue French toile design, and then we have, retro Halloween. I'd get much more clear on your customer. Use the 7 types of products framework to target them and serve them for at least 4 to 7 years. Yeah, and t-shirts. Oh, one quick thing. If you're doing print on demand, our top print on demand students, they are not focused on apparel. Just a note on that. It doesn't mean you can't be successful with apparel, but the top students, like the ones doing $80,000 to $100,000 a month, typically not focused on apparel. So I think you said ideas for your product mix. I would actually move away from the apparel side of things and think about non-sized giftable items. Before you keep cranking out more listings though, you've got to learn how to build your listings in the right way. So, new SEO, new photos, new mock-up strategy, get them optimized for mobile and desktop. Yeah, so don't keep cranking out listings. I would stop, fix this, and then build new ones.
Yeah, and a couple of the photos, if you go back really quick, like the second row down,
Okay.
I just noticed this is something we talked about on our call today. Wherever the kit photos were, you don't want to like over zoom, because like from when I'm looking at it, like the brown 1/3 over, it almost looks like it's cutting off on the sides. So make sure that you're not over zooming, right? So that can be, if they don't know what it is and they have to really, struggle to find out what that is, then they're just going to keep going on. They're not going to stop and click on it. So you don't want to over zoom in. So that way it's like, cutting out the edges of the background.
Yeah, we're losing some of the text. Okay.
All right, so let's see. We have another question from our feed here from Georgiana. She said she's struggling with making sales, don't understand what I'm missing. And they gave us the shop link here, so we can take a look quickly.
I don't know how to pronounce your shop name. Maybe it's your last name. That's what it is. Okay, so from the top, I have no clue what you sell. No clue. I'm honestly thinking website templates, maybe. And then trendy gifts and personalized products. Wait, what? Oh my goodness, surprise. Like that's where we're not, I wouldn't say cohesive in the branding here. Focused a lot on Halloween. I would not recommend chasing holidays if you have less than 100 sales. Okay. Looks like a lot of Halloween. So get evergreen products into your product mix, right? Okay, here we have some pickleball. That's better. I would say though, again, like apparel and totes, it's not going to be getting you to, $10,000 a month in this way. So I would definitely probably trim some of the fat. You have a lot of listings for only 2 sales. And the thing is, you guys, I see this all the time. If you don't know how to build your listings in the right way, then you could end up with 2,000 listings and still have only 2 sales. So
Mhm.
if you are at the point where you are just like, banging your head against a wall or something, and you're like, I don't know how to fix this, and I'm getting like in over my head, schedule a call with us if you're not in our program, and we can walk you through the process we would take your shop through. We'll put a link to schedule that in the chat.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So you don't understand what you're missing. I would say SEO is huge, curating your product mix, trimming the fat,
Mhm.
and expanding beyond apparel and totes.
Yeah, and the banner and the header, to your point, when we first pulled it up, it was screaming like resume templates or like website
Yes.
templates or something like that. So it's not really, it doesn't match, right, the product. So you guys really want to take advantage of that real estate,
Yes.
and appeal to what your offering really is.
Yeah. It's like it's the biggest real estate you have to put imagery. So
Mhm.
utilize that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have another question here from Aoff. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. If posting Halloween listings to Etsy in early August, should I also post them to Pinterest at the same time or wait until closer to Halloween?
Great question. We actually have a calendar that we will put in the chat where you can download our 2024 calendar for Etsy, and it shows you when to post specific listings. So grab that download and utilize that, print it out, reference that for your timing. We give specific dates of when to post things.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? I guess while we're waiting for that, we can talk about our next little teaser
Mm,
topic.
yes. It rhymes with Moffler. Oh my gosh, so corny. Um, Software, right, Ryan? Is that the one?
That's the one. If you guys weren't on last week, we kind of started to poke the bear with this a little bit and give you guys a little bit of teaser, but I think we can talk a little bit more about it today.
Yes, yes. So if you guys are struggling with SEO, let us know in the chat if SEO is something that you currently struggle with.
Yeah.
If you feel like you've got it, if you feel like your traffic is amazing, that's great. We don't need to hear from you then. If you are struggling with your traffic, then let us know. And a lot of people think, oh, my SEO, it's great, but their traffic is low. Then it's not great. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you struggle with SEO, let us know because we have a solution coming. And this is, man, we've been working on it for a long time. And if it takes you a long time, if you're frustrated, if you're researching, and if your whole strategy right now is just, low competition, high search volume, and stuffing those words into your titles or something, and it's not working, surprise, right? It's not working, then definitely this SEO software is going to be so helpful. It'll optimize each listing in less than a minute.
Yeah, going to be a huge time saver. And I'm curious for those of you on here, have any of you ever paid for any other help with your listings or SEO? Curious to hear if you have.
Yeah. Okay, this is a great question. Have you ever gone to Fiverr or Upwork and paid someone to optimize a listing?
Hmm.
If so, how much did you pay them and did it work?
Yep.
Yeah. How much is low traffic? Do you have 20 visits per listing per day? So take your number of listings, multiply it by 20. Is that how many visits you get every day?
Yep.
Yeah.
Monica, this might be the tool for you if you hate SEO. So be on the lookout there. Um, let's see. We have a question from Nicole Leanne. She said, I'm wanting to add journals for homeschooling and curriculum planning. I'm looking at Verbante to supply. Do you have any students that use them?
Yes. So we have a whole list of resources for you. under our resources tab. So Nicole, check this out. If you scroll down a little ways, you will see we have, I think it's maybe last month or 2 months ago, we have a whole list of resources and it's like a download. So feel free to check that out or ask questions in our collaboration area where you can ask our other sellers questions about specific products, quality, custom source, right? So we constantly have interaction and questions happening here.
Yeah, for sure. So it looks like Amanda said yes, she's used Fiverr. She paid for mock-ups and got one mock-up for $60. Interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
One good mock-up for $60. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curious, what do you struggle with more, mock-ups or listing optimization? Curious about that. Let us know wherever you're watching that. I see some questions coming from Instagram. Someone said, I'm getting views but not conversions. Can you take a look? Let's pull your shop up. Okay. Okay. So what we would want to do is a couple things. One is compare your value proposition to the competition. What I see kind of happening here is we're very monochromatic, which something you might want to reconsider. But the wording on some of this is like just a small town girl boss. They might be what I call vanilla sayings, kind of live, laugh, love, be kind, girl boss. And I would consider maybe getting some other sources of inspiration for your designs. That's going to help because then you're going to be more competitive. There'll be less competition, less saturation. And then let's take a look. A lot of times what happens with, you said low views, you're getting the views, but not the conversions. Are you getting the visits? What is your view to visit ratio? Are at least half of those views turning into visits and clicks? If they're not, then there's something with your value proposition, your combination of your listing photo and your price. That's what makes them click in. If you are getting actual visits, then it's something within the listing that is causing friction. So I'm already seeing things in here that are probably causing friction. Yeah. So yeah, for example, I have no idea what light pink looks like. I would never buy light pink. This listing, I have no clue. I know what the black looks like, and I'm not even sure what color that is. So that is the thing. Light blue, no clue. What is ash versus heather, right? What is sand versus ash? That's where you're losing people. They can't buy it without asking a question, and that is going to kill your conversion. Yeah. Anything else, Ryan?
Let's see.
Oh, what's a good conversion rate? I just saw that.
Yeah.
What is a good conversion rate? I can put the question up. What is a good conversion rate? So it depends on your price points. It's kind of like, think about it like you're buying a candy bar versus a Lamborghini, right? Candy bar, that is an impulse decision. People are, make that quickly. They're not thinking about it. 99 cents. I think they're more expensive now, actually. It's like $1.99. It's crazy. Crazy. And that conversion rates should be much higher. So like a digital product that's less than $5, we want your conversion rate over 5%. Whereas maybe a table, like I have a guy who sells tables, $15,000 table, your conversion rate should probably be under 2%, most likely way under 1%. And that's fine. That's expected.
Yeah. Okay. We have a store that we can look at from Instagram called Lilyfield Candles. They would love just some general, suggestions. We can take a look at that one. We probably have time.
Cool. Awesome. Chrissy. Yes. Okay. We know Chrissy. So general feedback. So one thing that I would do with this shop is really looking into photography. And I would look to the premium candle brands that sell in, let's say, Nordstrom or, um, Neiman Marcus or any of the, higher end department stores. And I would look at how are those candle brands picturing and visually like merchandising their products. So for something that's $39, like we don't want right now it's a little bit washed out. It's a lot of crinkle paper, less candles. So we want that candle to look so big and so valuable. Let me take this off. Here we go. We want that candle to look so big and so valuable. Right now, I can't tell size and scale, but to me, it looks like, oh my goodness, is this like a tea size candle? Is it just a little tiny, tiny candle? So there's things you want to do to increase your value proposition. Your listing photos are going to be one of those price points. You can definitely sell candles at this price point, but I think photos are going to be one of the biggest things to update here.
Yeah, and a couple brands you could look at, just that's reminding me based on the vessel of these candles, I would say,
Mhm.
is Nest is a really good brand, as well as Joe Malone. So, and those are in like Nordstrom higher end department stores, and they're like the same kind of container that you have. So those would be really good to look at and see what are they doing differently in their photography or in their messaging, and see if you can emulate some of those things.
Yeah, that's a great call outs, Ryan. I think your best photo that I'm seeing might be, I think this one is a little better, a little more editorial, with the blurred background. These are in focus, but still we don't know size and scale. So
Mhm.
like I would love to see someone with like nice nails, right? Like holding it. Think about how you'd photograph like a mug, right? Someone
Yeah.
like holding it. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
just some ideas.
Or having it pictured in front of an object that would give you some sort of idea of scale, right? So if you have a background object in the picture, make it be an object that people know the rough size of it. So that way they can kind of see the comparison of the size, between the candle itself and the background object.
Yeah. So, great product. We know you have a great quality product, but we want to communicate that value and the premium experience and feel that it really is. So, um, and that's just going to take reps. Your first, 1,000 photos are going to be your worst product photography ever. Like we can promise that. So, just like same thing happened with like our YouTube channel quality, right? Started out terrible. It was on my phone and like really really weird lighting and then gets better and better and better as you do more. So it'll get better, just takes more reps.
We have a really good question. We have like a minute left here, but we have a good question just for the time of year we're in. So, Wood Rings by Jet said, I'm curious how seasonality affects store traffic. From what I've heard, it depends on the fact that it's holiday time now and most stores have low traffic.
Let's see. No, from what I've heard, it depends on the fact that it's holiday time now and most stores have low traffic. Um, Something to consider is that 60 to, I actually heard this and I was shocked that it ranges up to 80%. Uh, Over the years, they say historically, Etsy's traffic, 60 to 80% of it happens in Q4. Now, this is not data from Etsy. This is from a third party, but nonetheless interesting. And that should be like the easiest time to build a business. So right now, like all of our new students who are joining our program right now, they're looking at the next 5 months. They do not wanna miss Q4 this year. Like, they do not wanna miss that opportunity. So that's why they're calling us now, because right now, what we're doing with our students is planning for Q4. We actually just put up the Q4 game plan under our resources. So that is what we are doing right now, planning for Q4. And no, I would say if your traffic is low, don't blame it on something else. Like, really get to the root of the problem here.
Yeah. And we'll throw in the link one more time, you guys. So that way, if you're thinking about joining and you want to get in and get your, mobility going for Q4, we'll throw the link in one more time. And keep in mind, the call is completely free and it's a strategy call where we will come up with the best thing that's going to work for you, right? So it's not a one size fits all with our program.
Yeah. It's a completely custom thing that we put together for you. Like I just got off a call with someone and we were looking, okay, how big are you looking to scale? What is your budget and how much time do you have? Do you want to have employees? Do you want to do this by yourself? So that's what we look at. So it's definitely not a one size fits all solution. And we create something custom for you there. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, I will see you guys next week.
See you guys next week. Have a great week.